Today, the world is in crisis. We have an amazing amount of chronic disease happening on the planet, and one of the most potent, widespread pandemics that we're facing is diabetes. There's 246 million people today who suffer from diabetes. It's a major pandemic situation that we have to pay attention to.
We are one of the sickest countries in the world. It don't have to be that way. Type 2 diabetes has tripled in the last 10 years. That's a lifestyle disease. That's all about what you're putting into your mouth.
We have an unbelievable epidemic of diabetes in this country. The rates of diabetes are skyrocketing, and we have it parallels the epidemic of obesity. We have the most overweight population ever in the history of the human race, and it's still growing fatter.
I believe that the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and over and expecting a different result. We have to do something completely different and innovative.
This is the ghetto. This is it.
This is Pimlico. This is where I used to live when I was a kid, actually. I used to actually live in the other building down there, but this is where my sister lives. So hopefully she's in. This is my sister, Nicole.
How you doing?
I'm always checking on her to make sure she's all right. She's frying nuggets. That's a lot of grease.
Be quiet.
I guess the most interesting thing that happened to me in the last year is being diagnosed with diabetes. I've been having to go to the bathroom a lot, but I didn't know why. So I went to the emergency room and they checked my blood sugar. They told me that my blood sugar was at 1200. Now the normal range for blood sugar is about 80 to 100. So I was far behind that range. When I went in, the doctor said, you should be dead. It wasn't you had a possibility of dying. At 1200, you should have something wrong. Where my pills at? I have one side for when I'm ready to get eaten. Oh, I need to get a refill tomorrow. I've always dreamed of living to 100 too, you know, that's one of my goals. So to hear that already so young, you're being diagnosed with something that has a major impact on your health, it took me for a loop and just made me think that there's so much more that I have to do, and I shouldn't be thinking that I have a lot of time to do it. So my main thing is just getting back healthy and making sure that I stay healthy. And so whatever it takes to get that done, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
As growing up, the Italian people were always mangia, 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 eat, 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 because whenever they shared food with their family, it was a very, very precious thing. The greatest gift they could give is food to their family and their friends. One thing that's going to be an advantage, and another one's a disadvantage. My wife's such a good cook. She cooks just like the old country. Meneghina, did yourself a lamb is to die for.
Oh, good.
About 10 years ago, I went to my cardiologist. I was having a little hypertensive problems, and he goes, hey, you're borderline diabetes. And I heard the word diabetes, no idea how devastating this is to your life. The consequences, my God, it affects every organ system, and just your vision, your kidneys, sexual dysfunction. The other things were the neuropathy in the feet. My feet slowly became numb. One day, got cold and chilled, so I grabbed a ceramic heater. 40 minutes later, I smelled steak cooking. I tried to follow the smell, and I looked down at my feet, and my foot, and it was boiling and bubbling and cooking, literally cooking. I cooked my foot. I've been a big eater and no controls on that, and so the eating just pacifies me. It's a wonderful pacification thing.
My grandmother raised me. My diet was whatever I wanted, you know, and it always entailed a dessert because that was my reward. Oh my gosh, my favorite are gyros. I love gyros.
Come to me, baby.
I like like to eat. I like to satisfy whatever I feel. I didn't really have anyone to push me that much in the right direction. I have just so much that I want to do, but I'm being held back by first my diabetes and my health. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get the stuff. I have a husband, his name is Ernest. My son Manny, he's 10. The members of my family are loving and strong and funny. Well, diabetes affects me in a lot of ways. Physically, I'm not happy where I am. I just want to get rid of it.
Dear Heavenly Father, bless this food which you're about to receive. And we thank you for this day. And we love you. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Yeah. The only thing I want is to watch my grandkids. I'd like to see them get big. And the way I'm going, if I don't do something about it, I'm not going to be around to see them. And Grandpa flips that, then he puts his finger up there, like that. And that hurt. And then I squeeze it so the blood comes out. And then I put it on here. And then the numbers come up there. 464. That is bad. Like my doctor told me, my diabetes is out of line. He says, you're going to die. You're killing yourself. He'd tell me what I had to do, but I didn't do it. I take 9 other pills besides my insulin.
No, I try to watch what we eat for him. Because I buried one, I don't want to bury another one right away. So.
Of all the things that you take, orange juice puts it up there.
Then why do you drink it?
Oh, I love it. Nobody likes to be defeated, especially, in their own body,
My father was a diabetic. My brother's also a diabetic. Oh, and I have a sister that's diabetic. The way we ate may have contributed. Okay. Now, push it in, Alex, please. Thank you, dear. You have to be careful because Grandma's sticky.
I just want to get the paper.
I live in the house with my disabled husband, Willie Mitchell, my daughter, and 4 grandchildren. It's pretty hectic at times. I've never really taken time for myself. To people focusing on me, no, I've never had that.
I'm pretty much an all-American boy. Grew up with dirt on my knees and grass stains on my face. It's just how I grew up. I was a brat of the family because I'd always be fighting, and they didn't realize till years later that it was my diabetes. Like, I hated it, I resented God for it. I think I still might sometimes. That's why I rebel.
27.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'm trying to quit drinking altogether. Wondering if I'm ever going to actually be able to stop using alcohol forever, you know what I mean? Because that's the hardest battle I ever fought. I'll probably live till like 50. That's what I think, but I might not, I could heal. I might live longer, or I might die tomorrow, I don't know.
I really wanted to get off insulin. I hated taking, stick yourself in the stomach. I had no idea what raw food was. Only nuts, seeds, and vegetables, so that was a bit of a challenge, but I was really open to it. And they said, okay, fine, we're gonna, come bring you out to Arizona to do the raw challenge and so forth. And it turned out to be 6 of us.
If this will cure me in a month of diabetes, I would love to tell the world about that. Absolutely.
You know, when you love someone, you don't want them to be separated from you for 30 days. But other than that, she's taking a big step, and this is going to be the beginning of something great for her. So yes, I definitely am proud of her.
You know, if this program works for me, hey, I don't care whether Joe Blow can handle it, you know, which he might not be able to, which maybe I can, maybe I can't. Maybe somebody else can come along and handle it better than I can. You know, that's just one of those things that we're going to have to find out.
I want to see how my body's going to react to the change and to see if it's really going to help to control my diabetes. But that takes work. And I got to make up my mind if I really want to work for it.
I'm glad I get to go to Arizona. I've never been to Arizona, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope I can, you know, help my diabetes out a little better. I hope it'll further my life a little bit in the next month, you know. And I hope I help the people that I'm around too.
There's a tree alive, okay.
Here's a cute truck.
And what kind of a tree you call that? Who do we have here?
Keith.
A host, okay.
I am a host. So it's good to see you. I've been hearing lots of cool things. So.
Turn on the light. Said let there be light, no light.
Aha, look at this.
Oh, there's the light.
What happens? This is the bathroom. This is rugged, man. Oh, gee.
Okay, this is going to be
Where's the rest
very cozy, to say the least.
Welcome to my world. I feel like I'm at camp, like when I was little. I got real homesick already, but I'm gonna tough it out.
So, I'm a juvenile diabetic, type 1. I don't have type 2 diabetes. I've had diabetes.
So you had diabetes since you were a kid?
Yeah.
How was
So, but I don't even remember not having it. When I was 11, I almost died. I lost 25% of my body weight. And when you're a little 11-year-old, you weigh like 75 pounds, you know. So I had to go to the hospital, and they just started making me take shots every day. So my childhood was ruined. No, you get used to it, you know, as a little kid. It's just the way life is. So, yeah, whatever. I'm a defective human being, and I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Just keep it simple. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's just the hard part. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Snickers look really good. I'd love to not have to take the shot. I hate sticking myself with this. I hate needles in the first place. So I've always tried to watch what I ate. You know, I count carbs, I count calories and stuff like that. And I still came down with it. So it's like, hey, you got to make something different. You got to try something different.
In this month, you'll see an incredible transformation of the people moving from eating junk food, pesticided, herbicided food, high animal fat, low fiber, high sugar, and moving towards raw, organic, and put them on a no sugar diet.
Gabriel Cousins is a holistic MD as well as a conventional MD. Coming from a scientific background, he brings validity to this subject that has never been brought before.
My name is Dr. Cousins. I've been working in holistic medicine for 35 years, and for me, healing diabetes is actually quite easy. This is not a new thing. With the approach we use, I want you to know that literally hundreds of people have been healed by type 2. I'm going to share with you in a little bit 3 cases of type 1 that have also been healed. I saw that what I learned at Columbia Medical School, which is a great medical school, was symptom focus. And even though I was really expert in pharmacology from my biochemistry background, I saw, wait, there's something not right here. How do we go to a deeper level of healing? That took me into training people and educating people and ultimately creating the Tree of Life Rejuvenation Center, where we could create an all-encompassing environment that people could really get a taste of what it's like to really be healthy. One of the things you're going to learn about live food is that's the diet that works the best. You know what's the reason? Is when you cook the food, you lose 50% of the protein, 70 to 80% of the vitamins and minerals, and close to 100% of the phytonutrients. I'm going to ask everyone to cut your insulin intake by 1/3. That's our first focus. So we have to try real hard, and you have to be aware that it's going to move a little fast. Our biggest concern, quite frankly, is people getting insulin shock from getting off insulin so quickly. We specifically selected people here who aren't familiar with this way of life so that we could show everyone can do this. So you play an incredibly important role, not just for yourself, it's all those other people you're going to inspire.
Welcome everybody. Is this your first meal besides the soup last night? Yeah? Today we have some classic burgers, and most of the time our burgers are made with some sort of nut base. This one happens to be walnuts, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and then we usually throw in some vegetables. This one has olives and tomatoes.
100% raw food diet consists of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, avocados, and you can eat some sprouts. It's food that's unfried. You know, it hasn't been processed in any way.
Doctors today, they tend to be more coming in after there's already a problem. They don't tend to be preemptive. But probably a lot of them aren't even aware that one of the big maxims from Hippocrates, father of modern medicine, was let food be thy medicine, medicine thy food.
Here goes nothing.
It's a veggie burger.
I think it's beyond veggie burger. It's like a nut burger. Nut burger.
Nut burger, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's alright. It's just different. You'd get used to it. If you grew up eating it, you could like it. You know what I mean? I wonder how our stomachs are going to react to this first meal.
Mine already reacted.
Looks like coconut. It's a chocolate coconut torte.
I can do this. This is delicious.
Salute, guys. This is all part of Italian toast. To your health, all of your health.
We have become so drug-oriented. You know, we live in a world where we've become kind of so pharmaceuticalized that the idea of changing anything just through diet is kind of preposterous, I think, to a lot of people. That's almost like old medicine, like a witch doctor.
Want to puff your cheeks out for me?
Okay. And everything looks symmetrical. You got to say, wonderful, good. And now
Your oxygen saturation is 92%, which is really low. These are white blood cells. These
Okay.
are red blood cells. See it?
Oh,
They're like
okay.
little wormy-like thing.
Yeah.
They're fed by sugar. Actose, 30 milligrams is
Sugar.
Okay, you can stop that.
Fortimed.
I'm gonna stop that too. Oh, Med 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna stop that.
Today, the philosophy of most people is better living through chemistry, which, is a, modern opportunity, but it also has its price. Now you see the drug that's been using for type 2 diabetes for so long that now it's under fire. They're going to put the black box on it that says may cause heart failure. So my view is start with a natural approach. Maybe you have to go to chemistry, but why not exhaust that possibility so you don't end up having all these side effects that you find out 5 years, 10 years later, 20 years later, when maybe it's too late.
I would expect that as we're unfolding, that probably by the end of the week, most people will be off insulin.
$117. All right, that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Thank you.
My sugar went down 100.
All because of Mr. Green.
Yeah. No insulin, to think that no insulin and your sugar going down.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my goodness.
You're out in the fresh air.
Is there somebody that pinch me and make me believe it?
That too. Seems like I am normalizing. Hallelujah. That's the lowest it's been in quite a while. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, okay.